Hi, Seashine. Okay. Nothing is going right. Bah! I have to send something to my moderator. Hello. I need a haircut. How is everybody doing tonight? Oh, excuse me. Okay. I need a haircut. Hold on, guys. I keep hearing knocking. Okay. Evidently, I'm going insane. I don't know. Hi, Jesus lover. So, I am doing an animal. I'm doing an animal meet and greet today, like we did earlier on my live. But this time, I am leaving for other people to be in. Um, I am going to put this out there. Bye, Seashine. Okay. So I don't usually bring live animals into my channel, but I am today. Earlier today, I had a field cricket, and today I have, or now I have another invert with me. This time, instead of being an arthropod, it's a mollusk. And I'm probably going to get 1,000 ews about it, but this is a mollusk. It is a slug. These guys are found probably everywhere, but I think they're pretty cool. These guys like it moist. They need that moisture in order to basically survive. These guys are related to snails. They are a little bit slimy. That's how they get around. They can't help it. Nope, this is not a sea slug. And there are quite a few of these guys. They might be. Now, this is a fairly common species. Unfortunately, I don't know if this guy is toxic. I'm gonna go and say yes, though not directly related. These guys are terrestrial in nature, meaning that they live on land. And I don't know if you can see it. You guys can't see it. But they actually travel, and they leave behind, as they travel, mucus. And that mucus allows them to move. And yeah, it sounds really gross and whatnot. But he'll probably start. This is one of those animals that is active at night. They sort of shy away from sunlight because, like I said, they like to stay moist. And so these guys, you can't even see them. They like to stay moist. And so they will stay in hiding until daylight. And yeah, they say it does. I was trying to find. I don't like doing research right away. These guys do not have a shell. They are a gastropod. Now there are some that have a reduced shell, others that don't have a shell. There are sea slugs and semi-slugs, so some that will live, I'm assuming, on the water and on land. These guys have a tongue called a radula. And that tongue has a bunch of tiny teeth on it on a conveyor belt, and that's what they use to eat. Their eyes are on stalks just like a snail. And right now he is looking around. Strawberry cute. I have no reason to follow you. They do feed on plants. Plants and fruit that they're laying on the ground. Snakes will eat them. Now, some of them have a really cool defense mechanism. They can gum up a predator's mouth. So the predator will come around and they will bite the slug, and then the slug will proceed to produce mucus and slime and actually glue up the mouth so they can get away. This guy doesn't even seem to be bothered too much by me. I actually took this guy out of our water meter, of all places. I'm also making sure that I hold him away from my Chromebook. Snakes like DK's brown snake will eat these guys. There are other snakes in the rainforest who specialize on eating this guy. On eating, not this guy, because I obviously do not live in the rainforest, but these guys can get fairly large. The ash black slug, which can be found in Europe's ancient woodlands, can grow to be 12 inches long, almost a foot in length. This guy definitely not even 6 inches long. I don't know why my chat has not. So again, these guys are going to be feeding on mostly plant matter, leaves, and fruits if they fall on the ground. But this guy is actually related to snails and, believe it or not, octopuses. Lots of guys are going to be potentially related to this guy. So giant squid, octopus, Yeah, so lots of animals. Yeah, octopus. These guys are related to octopuses. They're within that family, that genus, that phylum. They would be cousins, so they're not directly related to them. They're probably more closely related to garden snails. Hello, Lauren. Going to be more closely related to garden snails, the things that they eat in Europe, the escargot. Um, to that sort of a snail. But they do get, I mean, he's not huge. Right now, he sort of looks like I don't know what he's doing. I really don't. Lauren, what's up? We are doing an animal meet and greet. He's got himself right on the edge of this leaf. I'm trying to get him where you can see him. And again, by day, these guys are not very active, but they do come out at night. The sun is not their friend because the heat from the sun kind of dries them up. This is a leaf off of a evening primrose. No, he's not. He's actually looks like he's retreating a little bit. He's pulled in the eye so he's pulled in his eye stalks. Oh, now he's sort of looking around a bit. Yeah, he's looking around now. You can sort of see the eye stalks out and about. And that um shininess that you're seeing, that is him with the mucus. Again, they use that mucus to move around. A lot of times they will also have a breathing hole that they use to take air in. That is him fully extended. He's trying to move away a little bit now. Lauren, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. These guys are part of the food chain. They are going to help break down leaves. I really figured this would be more attractive to people. The topic, anyway, maybe. I purposely did not do this one a subscriber only. I'm thinking. I got 3 people watching. Any questions? On my little friend here. I don't see any. Actually, most slugs, you don't. Most slugs, at least all of the slugs that I know, are hermaphrodites, meaning that they actually contain both male and female parts. But that being said, they need 2 slugs in order to reproduce. And so they would seek out another slug and then do what they do. So this is actually not a male and it is not a female. It's actually both. A lot different than the animal that we had on earlier today that was definitely a female. A lot of times I don't like using the word it. So if I call it a he or a she, I'm just being weird. Yeah. As far as I know, assuming they haven't changed stuff on me since college. Yes, they are hermaphroditic. And again, just because they are hermaphrodites, they they don't they usually do not produce asexually, but they can. But that would be rare. Um because when you produce asexually, you're basically producing clones of yourself, and that is not good for genetics. And so it's better to sexually reproduce so you get that mix of genetics. Um, they will even lay egg. They do lay eggs, by the way. Um, it's okay. I do believe he might be eating, or she might be eating, or it might be eating. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't like the taste of. I used to have some pet snails, and they loved apples. Yeah, I don't like calling them that. I don't know why, but I don't. I am sorry, I keep taking them off the screen. The problem is he's so. There you can see his eye stalks a little bit. Um, most slugs are not going to hurt you. If they're big enough, you might feel the mouth parts. These are some of the biggest, and I'm not sure their species. But these are some of the biggest ones that I've seen in the area. I don't know if. They will, if you have a garden, yes, they will get into your garden for sure, and they will eat plants, especially if the plants are on the ground. Oh, hold on. It is that mucus. And their foot. I don't know. This might be, I don't know what species I have. It might be the striped greenhouse slug. So the reason that they're not falling is one, they have that foot, and that foot is loaded with mucus, and I'm sure that mucus is what's holding them in place. They're a really, really cool species. Not so great if you have them in your garden and they're attacking things. But there are all manner of slugs out there. Not all of them are not really colorful. This guy's mostly tan with some browns mixed in them. I think if I turned off the light, he'd be a little bit more active. So this is the head. That's the head. This might be this little section here where my finger is. Could be part of where the shell would be. And then this is the body. And if you could see under the underside, you'd be able to see the foot and the muscles and the mucus. You can't really see it on the leaf though. Not really well. There you can sort of see it. So if you look here and up here, that is the mucus from the slug. Anyway, I think it's just us, Carrie. So I'm going to take him outside. Well, but we usually do an hour. So I will talk to you later. Bye.